Hello everybody, and welcome to Solt Productions here in northern Utah. I'm Jeremy Solt, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick example of setup for the Alpha Jet here by Xfly and from Banana Hobbies. So we're going to try and keep this fairly quick and simple, show you what we got going on, we'll talk about the setup, and then we'll go from there. There's been a few people with questions on there. It seems like everybody wants to know exactly how we have it set up. Your reference is always best to follow the manual. If you follow the manual and anything happens to go wrong, then you're going to be covered on it. But these are the recommended setups that I have. I've got them all wrote down here, and we're going to show you the airplane as such. Okay, some of the things to set up on the airplane. First things first, we're going to go from behind here. You just want to make sure you have all your surfaces smooth across the top surface there. Does that make sense? So smooth all the way across, ailerons, flaps, everything all directly across. Super simple, those are your baselines. Your rudder, obviously you want to always have that centered with the keel in the back, okay? And your elevator, here's an important one. If you look right here, Kyler, if you can come up here. If you look, I made green dots on the rivets on this panel right here. If you look at these dots, the bottom of my elevator is referenced to, I believe it's the third dot. That third dot should be lined up pretty much with your elevator. That should be your neutral start point. So with that being said, we're going to get to the actual looky of the airplane. So what we got going on here is I've got some measurements to give you that I found that keep this airplane pretty good. So starting off, we're going to start with ailerons. Kyler, if you want to show the ailerons real quick. All right, so we got low, medium, oh, wrong one. Medium,
rate. Ailerons, high rate.
And high. If you notice, there's really not that much of a crazy difference on there, but there are your setups. So, aileron rates. For my lows, I'm sitting at 13 millimeters. That is equal to 70% on my dual rates, and I'm running a 10% expo. Next is 14%, that is medium rate. That is 80% equivalent to 10% expo. The high rate that I have on there is 16 millimeters, and that is equivalent in spectrum radio, 90% in your dual rates, and 10% expo. So now let's show the elevator. Kyler, if you want to watch the elevator real quick. So that right there is my low rate elevator. That is equivalent to 25 millimeters up from the green dot reference of neutral. So that's 25 millimeters or 80% dual rates with a 15% expo.
Elevator
Medium rate, it only went up just a few more millimeters because this airplane handles, this elevator controls the airplane very, very well. And very authoritative. So you don't need a lot to equal a lot. All right, so that is equivalent to 27 millimeters in medium, 90% dual rate, and 15% expo. High rate.
Elevator, high rate.
High rate is 29 millimeters up. That is equivalent to 100% dual rate and 15% expo. So now we got rudder. So we're going to show there's low, medium,
rate.
And high.
High rate. Rudder, low rate.
Low, medium,
Rudder, medium,
high.
High rate.
All right, so we got for my low rates,
Rudder, low
10
rate.
millimeter, 50% dual rate, 0% expo. Medium rate,
Rudder, medium rate.
15%, 100% dual rate, 0% expo. And sorry, I said 15%. That is 15 millimeters. And then high rate.
Rudder, high rate.
High rate is 20 millimeters, and it is 112 dual rate and 0% expo also. As far as flaps, this is where people always seem to want to know everything about flaps.
Elevator,
So here we go. Your neutral is 0. That's what we're calling it. Do I have any? I don't have any
landing flaps extended.
elevator compensation in the airplane. Half rate. It is 12 millimeters from the top surface to the top surface.
Landing flaps extended full.
Full flaps, 25 millimeters from top to top, or if you want to feel like what I have it to where it's barely touching the nacelle right there on the fuselage. So that is where I gain the maximum flap compensation right there, okay? So again, I have 0 elevator compensation in there. If you feel froggy and you want more in there, you may need more based upon where you have your battery placement in the airplane. If you have it too far forward, you're gonna need compensation. If you have it too far aft, you've got an aft CG airplane, and more than likely, it's gonna be very unstable and you're not gonna like it. So, what I recommend is flying your battery. So battery-wise, you want your battery to be all the way in the very back, okay? This is the, I'll pull it out real quick. All right, so this is the Gens Ace battery. This is a perfect weight for the airplane. You have that thing slid all the way in the back, and what happens is it pretty much puts the airplane to where when you do aileron rolls, they're on point, exactly. It doesn't do any kind of barrel roll or anything like that, but that is what I'm using. I'm also using some other type of batteries, but they are all similar in size weight. I believe that these are 270 to 290 grams, I think. But we'll have to look it up on there. So that being said, what I'm going to do is in this post, I'm going to also add my little cheat sheet that shows everything, because I talked about it pretty quick. Super simple stuff, and hopefully you guys have a great experience with the Alpha Jet like we have. We've got we got at least 100 flights on the airplane. The thing's phenomenal. The landing gear's awesome, stout, strong. It flies flies quick and it flies solid. So for what it's worth, hopefully that helped you out. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. And again, get your Alpha Jet. If you have the airplane already, or you're just on the seat or on the fence about it or whatnot, this airplane is a solid airplane and you can't go wrong with it. That being said, again, I'm Jeremy, Kyler behind the camera, and thanks for watching, and make sure you check out bananahobbies.com.